thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to hear and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
Part 2 of the final Saturday of the season in the Premier League, bear in mind. But it is Bournemouth against Aston Villa coming up on your plate.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants.
Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Good evening, folks, and welcome back aboard here, folks, to Real Football. My name is Tom, and I'll bring you the watch along tonight, thanks everybody for The Cherries are taking Aston Villa live in the Premier League. If you do or are watching stream on the replay, then please do make sure that you are leaving a like on stream and hitting that subscribe button if you are new. And thank you very much indeed, folks. Everybody's joy is here today, and kickoff is coming your way at 5:30 in the Premier League. Hope we're all doing well. Okay, how are we doing, folks? Sorry about that. I'm just busy texting. But the Cherries are against Villa on this Saturday evening. Hope we're all doing well. Kick off 5:30. Welcome into Jamesy. Don't call me Mr. Paris. And Taki. Oh, mate, honestly, I'm done. I'm done. Don't even. I'm still fuming. I'm still fuming. I am. Yeah. I'm still rattled. I'm still angry after. I'm still. Yeah. My club are making me feel like shit at the minute. Arteta out, mate. Arteta out. Get him and get it. Oh, God. I'm dreading tomorrow. I really am. Yeah. Boo! We don't want you in the final. We don't want Spurs to win it. No. Spurs. No. Are you kidding? The worst team in London, mate. Oh. Sorry, I need to get a bin right now. I just need to. Yeah, hang on a minute. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. That's what I think to that, mate. That's what I think to that, mate. Spurs winning a trophy. Tin pot beanbag team. You're not as bad as Chelsea, but bloody hell. I don't think Rashford's in the squad, mate. I don't. I haven't really been listening to Kelly Cates, but I did overhear something about somebody being out, so that must be Rashford. But welcome to Will Fairclough. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. All European finals this season will be live on Realltom Football. The Champions League final, we are obligated to do no matter what. The Europa League final is always going to be covered by Realltom Football as long as there is an English side in it, and that goes the same way for the Conference League final. So all three European finals will be live on Realltom Football due to the constraints that I have put in place, meaning that any Champions League final, no matter what the circumstances of it, will be covered on this channel. And then as well for the Europa League and the Conference League, as long as there is an English side involved, I will cover it. So all three of them will be live on this channel. We'll have the green one, we'll have the blue one, and we'll have the orange one. And I believe first up is the orange one, which is the big one this year because it's Spurs and Manchester United. All live on Realltom Football, though, this season. And anyway, I feel more encouraged to do them because obviously there's no Euros this year, which I am annoyed about. But there you go. Yeah. Do you know something? When you actually get to the end of the season and you realise, oh shit, there's no World Cup. Oh shit, there's no Euros. You really feel depressed about it. It's always been the case, mate. Yeah. The Champions League was on a Saturday at 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh, thanks. Ooh, excuse me. Right, folks, time for your team news, your match information. Over we go. PremierLeague.com. Let's have a look at your team news. Here we go. And I'm still waiting for my two compatriots to give me their responses on their availabilities for tomorrow. Of course, we will have an update for you guys at 9 AM UK time as to whether or not the 2:15 show with Flicks and Charlie is going ahead. However, we are unconfirmed and uncertain of the status of that new show tomorrow. And unfortunately, I cannot do those 2:15 kickoffs due to the constraints involved with the Arsenal game happening at 4:30. And the reason those games kick off at 2:15 is because of the 12 o'clock kickoff between Newcastle and Chelsea. And for some reason, a week today, they are not allowed to do any Premier League games on the Saturday. So I don't know why, but that's the way it is. There's constraints in place, so I can't do the 2:15 kickoffs. They have to be 2 o'clock. So. And even if I didn't do the 12 o'clock, still I wouldn't be able to do the 2:15s. It's too low of a turnover for me. I need at least a 15-minute turnover for each stream. And a 2:15 kickoff for a 4:30 game, the next one, is not enough of a turnover. Yeah, I'm quite strict on my turnovers in case you haven't already noticed. And I do moan at the Premier League, by the way. Every time the kickoff times are not to my standard, I put an email in. I am on top of the Premier League with the kickoff times. I don't accept. Yeah, I've had me moan. Because it affects this channel. You know, when the kickoff times are skew-ish. 2:15 is not a high enough turnover, but fortunately we've got 12 o'clock kickoffs. So yeah. If Flicks and Charlie aren't available, I'm afraid you won't have a show at 2:15 tomorrow. I can't do a lot about it. It's out of my control because I don't have enough of a turnover to do them. And the 4:30 kickoffs, particularly with them being Arsenal, come priority. So. Shock result between Southampton and Manchester City, a 0-0 draw there. Win for Brentford at Ipswich. It finished Ipswich Town 0, Brentford 1. Good win at Portman Road for Brentford, sealed by an early goal from Kevin Schade. And coming from behind were Everton with 2 quick-fire goals in the second half to take the game away from Fulham. It was a 3-1 win for the Evertonians. Here, though, it's Bournemouth against Aston Villa live on the channel. Let's have a quick check at the league table, and we'll see what the shake-up is after those 3 PM games. Bournemouth have dropped down to 10 for the moment, but they can move themselves back up to 56 points if they get the job done, and they would move up to 8th once again. If they beat Aston Villa, though, but Aston Villa, of course, if with a singular point, can move level on points with Forest by goal difference. Forest would stay above them. The 3 points, though, can move the level on points with Chelsea and into 6th for Aston Villa. So they can't move very far, but they can move a little bit, Aston Villa. And Bournemouth, of course, can reinstate themselves in their 8th position. So yes, there's the set of games tomorrow. Like I say, it's the 1 and 5 at the end that's causing me a problem with those afternoon games. So I will get my confirmations through, and your confirmation, of course, will be at 9 AM tomorrow as to whether or not the Flicks and Charlie show will go ahead for the 2:15 kickoffs. If not, you can join us at 11:45 AM for the Newcastle Chelsea game, and also at 4:15 for part 2, which sees Arsenal in action at Anfield. Here we go then. Time for your team news. Let's have a look. Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Kepa Arrizabalaga then begins in goal for Bournemouth, a back 4 today. Both teams playing a 4-2-3-1, by the way, just to get it out of the way. But a back four of Dean Houchin, Milos Kerkez, Adam Smith and Ilya Zabani plays behind a midfield split into two parts, a defensive two of Tyler Adams and Lewis Cook playing behind the attacking three of Alex Scott, Antoine Semenyo and Marcus Tavernier. Then leading the front by himself is the lone striker of Allison on the bench. For Bournemouth today is Will Dennis, Marcos Senesi, Julio Soler, Julian Araujo, James Hill, David Brooks, Ben Winterburn, Justin Kluivert and Daniel Jebison. Now, somebody asked me in the chat, is Rashford playing today? Who was it? Here, Will Fairclough. Let's just double check that now. No. No is the answer to that question for you, for you, Will. So Will Fairclough, no, there is no Marcus Rashford available in the squad today. Let's check though on who is available for Aston Villa. Emi Martinez is in goal. A back four of Matty Cash, Ezri Konsa, Tyrone Mings and Luca Digne. Playing behind the midfield once again, split into two parts. A defensive two of Boubacar Kamara and Amadou Onana, playing behind the attacking three of Jacob Ramsey, Morgan Rogers and Marco Asensio. And then leading the front by himself is the man on the thumbnail, Ollie Watkins, on the bench. For Villa is Robin Olsen, Axel Disarti, Pau Torres, Andreas Garcia, Ian Martin, Ross Barkley, John McGinn, Leon Bailey and Daniel Marlin. Reiterating that there is no Marcus Rashford available to Aston Villa today. So part two then, the last proper Saturday of the season. Of course, we'll have the FA Cup final at the very minimum next Saturday. But this is the last Premier League Saturday of the season. And to finish it off, it's a two-parter. It's Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Here we go. Well, Bournemouth inflicted defeat on us at the Emirates for the first time in their history. Can they do something to Aston Villa to hurt their Champions League hunt? We've gained 117 million in prize money from UEFA for reaching the... okay. That was the 18th of April. But we have gained 117 million. I do not know why a post from the 18th of April has just popped up to me. But yes, we gained 117 million from the reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it on that before I get depressed. And the girlies have been playing at the Emirates as well. A 4-3 win. Bit of a buffer then on the actual stream itself. Not actually the coverage. Well, obviously the coverage is on Sky, but yeah, just a quick internet buffer there. It's quite a rarity, you know, nowadays that we get internet issues with the streams. So a photo was with the referees, Adam Smith and the mascot, as well as the Villa goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, had a kickoff, and Stuart Atwell is the man in charge this afternoon, and he has just completed the coin toss. Not too bad, thank you, Kate and Jonathan. Not too bad, not too bad. Club World Cup is subject. It's subject. It's a subject, yeah. It's a subjectifiable matter, really. We are not in it. It's quite a weak competition at the minute. It's not really a liquidy type. It's not really a very liquidy type competition, if you get what I'm saying. It's not very exciting, if you know what I mean. But if it gets more exciting, then yeah, you know what I mean. We'll start to cover it, and it all depends on kickoff times as well. But yeah, for us on this channel, you know, it's been there, but it hasn't seemed very. Do you know what I mean? I haven't had that oomph for it. But obviously, like I said, if it gets more exciting and it becomes a bit more of an actual competition than just a couple of days of action, City playing against easy sides and all that lot, you know what I mean, or whatever, then maybe, yes, we will cover it on Realltom Football. But for now, we are on the fence of it. We've kicked off at the Vitality. That is annoying, you know. It does annoy me when I do Bournemouth games because, obviously, StreamYard triggers the writing in the red as white. Now, it doesn't really cause an issue, but it is an issue because obviously Bournemouth don't have any white on their kit. Their hex codes are black and dark red. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, mate. I've got a price boost on this one. £2.63 will be returned to my pocket. Both teams to score over 10.5 corners and over 3.5 goals. And I will be in profit by 13p because I spent £2.50. And yeah. So throw to be taken by Matty Cash. Kamara. Paired through by Onana, and that's got out by, I think, by Houchin. Oh, don't remind me, don't remind me, don't remind me. So I just want this. I honestly, from the point of view of my own club, I just want the season over. Oh, why do we have to play Liverpool now? I want easy games so that we can just bloody secure second place, even though, well, we didn't make it bloody easy, didn't we, against... Oh, no. It's been an absolutely shit season. It's been absolutely diabolical from our point of view. It's been so bad. I just want it over, mate. I just want it over. I don't think you will, but there you go. I'm going to go for from the point of view of Forest, you know, and them getting, you know, back up to where they belong. Really, considering their season, I am going to go for a draw between Newcastle and Chelsea tomorrow. Yeah, no, The good news is Manchester City dropped points today, and Southampton, I think, have created a personal record in a good way for themselves in a season where not a lot of things have gone right. But I think it's the first time in a Premier League season that Southampton have only conceded one goal against a Big Six opposition as such. And that Big Six opposition in particular is Manchester City. Yes, you heard me loud and clear and correctly. Southampton have only conceded one goal against Manchester City this season. That is a record. Yes, just a 1-0 defeat at the Etihad and a 0-0 draw today is a record breaker for Southampton. Only one goal conceded against Manchester City is a record for them. Yeah, I think you'll win, but I want a draw. I'm going to have a double chance. I'm going to have a double chance on it, and I'm going to go double chance. I'm going to go Newcastle or draw. Because I do, like, I think it'll be a Newcastle win, but I want Bournemouth, so I want a draw. Because you know me, I've got a soft spot for Nottingham Forest, and I want Forest to succeed, so... You're at the game, are you? Are you going to be? Are you a steward tomorrow? Yeah. Well, ball over the... Nope. Do you? Nice. Nice one. $23 years. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. So look here. Well, hello. Could easily have got sent off out of conduct there, Tara Mings. He just went, like, I'm going to try. Obviously, I've only got one body. And, my muscle reflexes aren't meant for my elbows to hit my neck. But I'm going to try and make it, like, it was sort of like that. Yeah. There's no chance. There's no chance it's happening, but yeah. Pretend this is my elbow, right? We're going to pretend that's my hand, that's my elbow. Because my reflexes won't let me replay what just happened there. Okay, but like that. That's the elbow. It just goes whoop, like that. And yeah, that could have been violent conduct, really. And yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't do it, in the exact way I saw it. But my muscle reflex literally won't let it happen, you see. Look, see? My elbow cannot touch my... Well, I don't know. No, see? What happened? Very good. You've been a steward ever since. Yeah, it should have been. I'm hearing that you guys are changing your badge, though, from next season to a much more modern kind of badge. A very different type of badge, actually. I think it was TNT who posted it, but yeah, apparently you guys are changing your badge next season. It's a rumour, is it? Well, we'll see what happens with that. Da 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 da. Don't know yet, mate. I haven't decided, but I went to Waitrose earlier and got a £12 deal, so I don't know whether we'll have that today or tomorrow. And yes, if you do want a luxury meal deal, Waitrose is cheaper than M&S. Believe it or not, it's true. By £3 as well. And in my opinion, Waitrose's food is better. I do think M&S is a right rip-off. I'm sorry, a controversial opinion, but I think M&S is a right rip-off. Complete rip-off, in fact. Complete shithousery, M&S. Like, not just the food either. Everything about M&S. I think it's a complete rip-off. The loyalty system is wank. Just, yeah. We went for panna cottas, chunky chips, and beer battered cod. Oh, Watkins, and it's going to fall to Ramsey if he can sort out his feet, digs out the shot, but why? I did forget, and I know people, you can moan at me now, but I did forget to buy biscuits today. Yes, I know what you're saying. Tom, you had no 12:30 kickoff. How could you forget to buy biscuits? Yeah, I know. Kirkes Cook. Alex Scott. Fish and chips. You got it. Fish and chippy chips. As Palmer would say, chippy chips. Tavernier. At the minute, yeah. Not going to lie to you about it, yeah. Yeah. These 5:30 kickoffs, they can be a bit precarious at times. They can be quiet, the 5:30s. They can be quiet. I'll be honest with you straight. Our view turnover has been a lot better. I mean, Champions League streams are going through the roof this season with us. Yeah, the Champions League ones have been going through the roof, particularly since we changed the thumbnails. Yeah, the Premier League ones, they don't have that high of a view turnover, but well, that's why I'm trying. That's why there's going to be a few changes implemented next season. We are going to start to reduce the Premier League streams a little bit, not because I'm not interested in the Premier League anymore, but because I'm going to start to attend more games for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Next season, that's going to be one of the key things announced, and we are recognising that the Premier League is not our top moneymaker or view maker. We'll still do a high velocity of it, and it will still be the main part of this channel. However, we're going to reduce it a little bit because when Arsenal play at 3 p.m. or something like that on a Saturday, or not on telly, then I probably will end up going. No, you will, because Arsenal are on telly most weekends. But I am ramping it up each season. You know what I mean? I've been to every cup game for Arsenal at home this season. I plan to do that again next year. There might be a bit more of the Champions. See, that's the thing as well. We talk about high turnovers. Well, the Champions League has got a good turnover. You know what I mean? So the Champions League, it's going to be a case of, only the games where I feel it's right, to attend, I'll attend. Yeah, at some point, as I say, we'll be a vlogging channel. You know what I mean? That's the ambition, and I want to be out of the grounds. So, you know what I mean? I like streaming, I do, but I'm a guy who is out and about, and I like being at the grounds. So, not just the Arsenal ground, but I like to go to other different grounds. You know what I mean? I like to go to the neutral games, as you can tell. So, yeah, we're going to start to ramp it up a little bit more next season, bit by bit. You know what I mean? And the aim is by next season to have a new job as well. So, yeah. But yeah, don't don't consider it as drastic changes, you know what I mean? But look, you know, beyond the fixture release, once the Premier League fixtures are released, that's when you'll start to get told properly what's going to happen next season or what my ambitions are for next season. Until the fixtures are released, I can't say a lot because I can't make plans until the new fixtures are released. So don't expect anything major to change until at least Wednesday, the 18th of June. You know what I mean? There's nothing immediate is going to happen, and nothing that's too big is going to happen, but there will be just some slight changes. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm not going nowhere. You know what I mean? One of my fellow YouTubers may be going somewhere. We don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I don't plan to give up this channel for a good couple of years yet. A good couple of years yet. Because you've got to remember that this channel, in its beginning, was quite literally a channel full of crap. Right? I'm going to explain to you the story of this channel, right? Originally, this channel was full of crap. It was my aim. It was basically a school kind of thing when I was in the early stages of school. For us, for myself, and a few other students to compete with YouTube channels. I was the failing one. I didn't really get very far with mine. The others did. However, eventually, they grew out of it and got too old and gave up on their channels. But then I started to see what Josh was doing and stuff like that. And I went to myself, oh, hang on a minute. I think I can do this. And bit by bit, I started to make myself. You know, that's what this channel's become. It was a lost cause, but I refurbished it after Euro 2020 and turned it into a proper football channel. And now, when all those people who were competing with me back in year 7, year 8, year 9 will look back and they'll go, well, hang on a minute. We gave up on ours, but he's turned his into something that's growing. And indeed it is. We've just hit 1.07k today. So we're 30 odd subs away from 1.1k. So yeah, I was the only one as well that decided to refurb the channel and keep it going. Because I'll tell you, before the refurbishment of the channel, it was a mess. It was a mess. But I refurbished it. I cleared out all the crappy content and turned it into a brand. And I had probably about 200 to 300, maybe 400 subscribers odd from the crap. And from there, I just went, right, okay, we're gonna turn this thing into something, you know, something, as opposed to just let it rot. And yeah, I do my best. I do my best to do a good job. You know what I mean? That's my intention, to do a good job. Potentially Luke. I don't want to say anything too much, and I don't know, but he is giving off the signs, and he's posted a video saying that, you know, obviously he's going to do, you know, he's planning something big for the end of the season, you know, a big important video. And he's sort of gone off it a little bit, you know what I mean? He's not attending the matches for the rest of the season. So he's giving off the signs. I can't say for certain. It's not my place to speak about it. But, you know, he could potentially be leaving. But we're not. We're not. We're not done yet. We've got unfinished business with this channel. And I strongly believe that in the next 2 years or so, if I can get my life sorted out and I can get my finances sorted out, and I can get the camera and a new PC, then absolutely I can make this channel, you know, one of the real big uns. But for the time being, we are where we are. We're growing. I need to get a job, though, and I need to sort out my finances, and I need to get the new camera. You know, those are the targets, and those are the things that I need to do. So, you know, we will aim to do that, you know, soon, obviously. And don't get me wrong as well, people. At times, it does batter me down, you know, keeping the running of this channel. That's why, you know, and I'm such a busy man. That's why, you know, you don't see all the YouTube shorts from me and all that kind of thing and all the podcasts. You know, I mean, I'm not a man with bright ideas. I just come and bring you guys the watch-alongs and, you know, I do all the graphics work, everything like that, you know what I mean? But, you know, yeah, I mean, that's the thing as well. But, you know, yeah, we are, well, once I can figure out how to actually make YouTube shorts properly, as opposed to just some garbage, then yeah, we'll start to implement that as well. Because they do grow channels, YouTube shorts. And I want to include podcasts and more shows. For the time being, we are where we are. And we are very much looking ahead to next season on here. And it most certainly seems the same way with Luke at the minute as well. You know, I still don't know the status of what he's going to do in his future, but that seems to be where both me and Luke are going, you know, really. We are, well, I myself, I'm obviously powering through to the end of the season and, you know, I'm going to continue providing content, but I'm desperate for the end of the season and he feels probably the same way. It's been a bad season, really. Unless you're Liverpool, it's been a bad season for a lot of teams. For a Brighton, for an Arsenal, for a Spurs, for a Man United, it's been a bad season. But yeah, what people need to understand is, and I think that, well, I don't know how Luke's fans are reacting in the minutes of the video, but obviously both myself, you know, my fans and Luke's fans need to understand that both of us are young in very early adulthood and channels do change. If something stays the same forever, it gets boring. And that's what I'm trying to change. I'm trying to make it so that, you know, I'm a more multi-type of vlogger, you know, multi-type of YouTuber. Like I said, you'll hear it in full, you know what I mean, after the 18th of June. But until then, I can't really say much. Because nothing can be unfolded as to what I plan until at least that day. Because the fixtures, you're never going to know you can't just make a plan without knowing what's ahead. So that's why I'm waiting until the 18th of June to properly announce things. You know what I mean? Announce what my plans are in full to you guys in video format as well. Not just me talking to you guys in a conversational format on a live stream. Now, Luke, he's probably got a different type of plan, and that's not a surprise. That's why he's doing his directly at the end of the season. But for us, you know what I mean, it's a different case, you know what I mean? Because we are a channel that definitely wants to keep growing and transform. So that's why, you know, for us, it's a case of just wait until the 18th of June at least, when you've got an idea of what the fixtures are going to look like and the new schedules, and then go and announce things. So that's what we're looking like on it. But I most certainly want to be more involved with Arsenal. If Luke does stay around and continues to go to matches, absolutely I'll get more involved with Brighton. Because obviously, you know, I had a fantastic time in Norwich with them. But I'm not going to just let you guys be compromised, you know what I mean? You know, I'm going to do my best to hit some kind of jackpot or just get the money sorted to at least get the camera. Because that will change things, and that will be a different ballpark if we can get the camera sorted. A majorly different ballpark as well. Throwing Villa cash, still 0-0. Ollie Watkins, Jacob Ramsey across and cut out. Lewis Cook. It's been a pretty boring game, this, hasn't it? Well, I've just been able to let myself talk away, really. Scott and out wide.
Is this working? How do you work this thing again?
So we are in the 33rd minute. It's goalless. It's not been the most thrilling of all games, but it's one that may become thrilling if the deadlock is broken. Still 0-0. 35 minutes gone almost. It's going to be a short goal of a Bournemouth Tavernier. That was on the edge of the box by Villa. Semenyo's lunged in there. Semenyo from behind. Probably a foul worth it. So still goalless and 0-0, but a free kick opportunity for Villa. Asensio, ball in is a good one. And he's given a free kick for a foul on Milos Kerkez in the middle of all of that. Oh, yeah, let's remind us about the new rights. This one. Oh my dearie God! I've just seen this. Spurs have announced they will host a live screening of the UEFA Europa League final at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tickets priced at just £10 for adults and £5 for juniors, the same as they were for the UCL final. Unlike in 2019, additional screens will not be placed on the pitch due to the match with Brighton the following Sunday. So if you're not heading to Bilbao, Will he be watching it at the White Hart Lane? Ooh. No, 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's still 0-0. Semenyo and yes, been underwhelming. Jordan's here. How you doing, Jordan? Good to see you and welcome aboard. So Jordan, how you doing? Welcome to you. Oh, Asensio, he's hit the post there. And one of the biggest chances of the game. In one that hasn't really had too many. Let's have a look at Luton's new stadium. Semenyo goes over. No, nothing in that for me. Six additional minutes then at the end here. 6 added minutes. That's a lot of minutes. There's been a lot of stoppages done. Kamara, ooh, what a chance and a great save by Kepa. Just looking at my rooms for next week. 12th. E909. Ruben Diaz frustrated. This is brilliant. This is absolutely comedy from Ruben Diaz. Exposes Southampton for literally parking the bus. That's brilliant. I'm sorry, this is brilliant. This is absolute box office from Ruben Diaz. Oh my god. That is absolute box office, mate. Oh my god. So another Villa free kick situation. We're in the last minute out of time. Watkins, oh, and half a minute before the break. And Villa strike. An underwhelming first half with its deadlock broken just before the halfway point. 1-0. Well. We have our deadlock breaker in this game. And it's 1-0 to Villa now. And to a sense, finally. Because it's not been the best of the first halves, but we have a breakthrough. There you go then. Oh, hang on though. The VAR check in progress screen is out at the Vitality. But Stuart Atwell is informing the crowd that the goal's been given and Villa have a late first half lead. Is Smith slips. Asensio, Ramsey. And that's it. Stuart Atwell has blown the half-time whistle. And a first half that hasn't really had too much to shout about. Well, it has had its deadlock breaker at the very dying seconds of the half-time score. Thanks to Ollie Watkins with that late first half goal. It's Bournemouth 0, Villa 1 going into the break. And it's perfect timing, Villa, if you ask me. Giving Bournemouth no time to react as well, right before the whistle. Caden Jonathan not happy. To an understandable measure. Caden Jonathan are very, very dissatisfied. And I will be a dissatisfied man if things don't go right tomorrow at 4:30. I think you can guess what I'm referring to. Ooh, bit of a song. There we go. Not really, no. Not really, no. You're right about that. You are right about that. Wednesday, the 18th of June, and that is the day, people, when our new announcements are going to be out as well. Wednesday, the 18th of June. Beyond that date, we will be announcing things. We will be letting the ropes go on all the plans and secrets that this channel beholds. Oh, God. PG Tips with a stupid-ass advert. It would be fair to say that. Right, okay, Chewy. The pundits are on. Ooh. Ooh. There's the goal. They're just showing it now. Yeah, they're just going through the league table now. They're just talking about Mm. Da, 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 da. Mm. Ba, ba, bum. Can't you see? Ain't nobody. Chelsea. A bit of tennis going on in Rome. Here we go then, second half. Should be about to get going now. Indeed, we are now just about ready to go. Justin Kluivert is on to replace Alex Scott. Second half changes are underway. And we're off. Dina and Kamara. Ramsey and Kamara. Ooh. Not a bad effort, but just whistles wide from him. And a great start to the second half from Villa. A great end to the first half. Great start to the second half. Pardon me. I'd like a 2-2 draw out of this game. I want to see more goals, to be fair. Bournemouth getting a level will be a start. And Kluivert might be on his way to do that. He was tripped by the goalkeeper. That's a penalty. No. Stuart Atwell's given a goal kick. That is an interesting one because Martinez appeared to come out and catch him. Look at this. Oh. Think he might get away with that on Martinez, actually. Yeah. Because he goes to ground, Martinez, but he doesn't actually go into challenge. And he just leaves himself out there for Kluivert to trip over him. For me, that's not going to be a pen. Correct decision by Stuart Atwell. Mings came across. And Kluivert. Twisting and turning. Kirkez. Bad ball. Tavernier. Santiago closed it down. Bournemouth looking to find an equaliser. Not quite forcing it yet, but that might roll to Kluivert. No. Semenyo just had it picked off him by Kamara. And could send Watkins away here. No. I remember, I think this was the first Bournemouth game I watched. When they first came up. Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember Bournemouth won 2-0, I think it was. Hello again. How's that ACL doing? There's a problem here for Onana. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Well, all the best of luck. But if it goes wrong, It could be a career ending. And how long are you in hospital for? What is it? About a few months, is it? Well, let us know how you go anyway. So he was seeking Semenyo there. And the stick from Kirkes onto, yeah. Oh, okay. Semenyo appeared to catch cash. Wide Semenyo. Kirkes is going to be a bit up behind for a corner. By Nana. And there'll be another Bournemouth corner here. Boscombe back of the net is sang as the corner's taken, and a bit of a ricochet, but into the gloves of Jaime Martinez. So it was a slip, and it's going to be a... Well, Clivert's going like that, praying. Kluivert misses Kirkes with a pass. Oh, well, Bournemouth have had a shot in 27 minutes. Wow. Houchen. And Cook. And here's a Houchen. Kirkes, it's going to go behind for a corner. Straight down for Martinez there. Kamara. It's also between him and Watkins, and Watkins unhappy. It's going to be a free kick. Chat's dead. And that has been ran out of play by Semenyo, who ran out of room. Well, still. Okay, it's quite a quiet game, this. Half an hour to go, 60-minute mark hit, and 1-0 to Villa. And I did, just a couple of minutes ago, read the stat that the last shot the Bournemouth had was in the 27th minute. Flick on by Cash. Oh, nearly. 27 minutes to go. John McGinn is being ready to come on. Yeah, still no shot yet. Kamara, Matty Cash. Tavernier. Mm. 22 minutes to go. Tavernier. Still 1-0. Really boring game now at this point. I am really bored by this. Tavernier. Rodgers came across. Again. Brooks out wide to Kirkhead. Tavernier, Kluivert. Adams and now Semenyo. Waiting for a shot, really. Tavernier, no. Dealt with well by Dinia, who got it clear. Watkins there's walking a little bit uncomfortably. Here's Tavernier, not a bad ball, scooped across. Cleared away by as far as Hodgson. Now Kirkhead, and the ball inside for him, who's made a good run. Left Cash on the floor, corner it'll be. Yeah, Watkins and Zabani, and I think, yeah, slip on the knee for Watkins. He had a moment at the ref. Well, I strongly doubt we're going to get over 3.5 goals now. It's a high ball from Kluivert. Stewart that well. Water free kick. Tavernier. High turnover and Kirkes. Did you? I had 2-2. Yeah, it is. Ramsey goes down and Tabani hands on him. You never know, do you? You never know, Phrase. We'll see. Manchester City failing to break Southampton down. Eleven and a half minutes to go at the Vitality in a game that, particularly in the second half, has been a bit of a boring one. I want a draw, really, mate, Forest-wise. Yeah, thinking of Forest. I'm not looking forward to the 11:45 a.m. start tomorrow. Yes, you heard me, 11:45. $11:45. It's a charming. It's charming. Not really, no. No, not really. Look at that league table. Look at that league table. I mean, right now, Newcastle sit. Yeah, no. Forest, if they want it, yeah, no. Oh, red card. It's a second yellow. I think it's Ramsey, is it? Ramsey sent off. And Villa will play the last 10 with 10 men. It's a twist in its tail. Yeah, on a yellow, silly challenge, all day yellow card, second yellow, he is off. Oh, Semenyo nearly gave Villa even more to think about. A red card and goal conceded would have been a horrible couple of minutes. Evanilson and Martinez denied him. By Conter, and now Semenyo feeds it through. Over Brooks. And Kirkes and scramble. Ooh. It's a high boot, that. No, no. Yellow card for Houchen. It was pushing and shoving in there where the corner was taken. Stuart having to deal with a lot. Got all the grappling. Look, there you go. Semenyo with the delivery. Too heavy. It's clear. Oh, yeah. No, that's a good tackle. Anana. Was he trying to feed that through, or was he trying to go for goal? I don't know, but it was technically a shot in the end and ran straight through to the goalkeeper, Kepa. Clive Kirkes on the overlap. He's used it too late in my book there. That's a late use of the overlap. There's the header from Zabani, straight down the gloves of Emi Martinez. A couple of changes being readied on the touchline. I can see them. Just nearly got away then. Here's Tavernier. Cook onto Tavernier. There's the cross. Another straightforward claim for Martinez. Oh, not been a thriller. Changes. And Zabani's going off. The man who nearly won Bournemouth a penalty. The man who also upset Watkins. Morgan Rogers will be replaced by Ian Martson. Private. 5 additional minutes, by the way. Right by Senesi. Brooks. Tavernier. Almost searching for an equaliser. Last minute now. Oh, off the line. Off the line. Matty Cash off the line, I think it was. And that's it. A game that hasn't really had the frills until the deaths of both halves. Ends in a 1-0 Villa win. The final whistle's gone and it's finished. Bournemouth 0 Villa 1. Big win for Villa, big loss for Bournemouth. Just to round up what's happened today then, Fulham were beaten 3-1 earlier at home to Everton, a 1-0 win for Brentford at Portman Road, 0-0 between Southampton and Manchester City. Brighton won 2-0 at Wolves earlier, and here just now it's finished 1-0 to Villa at the Vitality Stadium. You can see us then tomorrow live and direct at 11:45 a.m. for what will be Newcastle against Chelsea. The 2:15 show with Flicks and Charlie is still to be confirmed. Of course, you will get that confirmation of that particular part of Super Sunday tomorrow at 9 a.m. If it does not go ahead, though, don't worry, because we're back at 4:15 for Liverpool against Arsenal, which I'm not looking forward to. All right.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to hear and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.